Let's assume that you have a few dollars to spend on something other than cards. Let's talk about Star Wars Unlimited accessories. First, let's talk about damage counters. Now, these damage counters are the ones that will come with, let's say you buy a pre-built deck. This is what you're gonna get. You know, you get some 1s, you get some 5s, and you get some 10s. They also come with the initiative, as well as something to mark the fact that you used your leader's epic action. So those are great, they work, but man, I found some that I really like, and I'll tell you exactly why. These I bought from these people over in the UK, and my goodness, they know how to 3D print some tokens. So this is the initiative. Look at that design. Look how cool that is. And what I'm really liking about this is that, number one, it comes with lots of these tokens, right? So it's got +1s, +2s, +3s, +4s, lots of those. This is what a shield token looks like. How cool is that? Instead of just placing a card as a token or a shield, you get these cool tokens to use. You've got minuses on both sides. You got plus, you got minus, and they make these for red and for blue individually, as well as together, right? So lots and lots of really cool options to be able to just make it really clear what it is that you're trying to do. In addition to that, I really like these. These just make the game super clear. It's kind of hard to see what's going on somebody's cards sometimes, and so when you've got something like this, it just says, hey, this unit has Overwhelm, this unit has Saboteur, this unit has XYZ. You can just know kind of right off the bat, just because you have one of these tokens that says, hey, this is what's going on. So I really like those. It also has, for example, this is the token for whenever you have used your leader's epic action. I still don't know what this is, but it's cool. So overall, some really neat tokens that are available out there to buy, and if you're interested in those, I'll link them down below. Next, let's talk about binders. I'll talk about this in a separate video, but binders are a really great way if you're looking to build your decks. This is a great way to organize your cards. Originally, I had a huge card case that I would just put cards in bulk, and I would organize them by aspect. And that worked for a little while, but you have to sort through every single card you have every time you build a deck when you do it that way. And so this way is much simpler, and I'll link exactly how to build a deck using StarWarsUnlimited.com plus a binder for the best method. So great binders that you can get. I mean, I just got these off of Amazon. I know they make a lot of custom stuff on Etsy. I'll share more about that in a minute, but as you can see, I've got all of these organized by their number, and so when I go to build a deck, it's really easy to do. But I really like these, especially because they're side loading, and so I've had times before with the top loading kind where, you know, one of my kids has a drink somewhere nearby, spills it, right, and it gets into cards, and that's obviously not something that we want. Side loading prevents that, and then the other nice thing about the side loading ones is that they typically are two-sided, so instead of you just sliding cards into this side for both the front and the back, you've got slots on this side and then slots on this side. So overall, really like side loading binders like this, and Star Wars Unlimited has several different options for you, so really great for the binders. Next, we're going to talk about deck boxes, and there are a lot of options that are specifically branded with Star Wars Unlimited. Those are a lot of fun. I just recently found this particular deck box, and I really like it just because of the fact that you can neatly store two different decks in here. And so when you open it, what you'll see is, and by the way, this is what I had earlier. This holds all the tokens, but you can hold two different decks, and honestly, I've got 3 in there right now. And then on the side, you can see that you can store your leader, which, slight flex, finally pulled a showcase card, which is really exciting for me. And it worked kind of well because I was building a Spectre deck, so Harris and Dula, great stuff. So what I like about this, obviously it holds a couple different decks, and then it also will hold your tokens inside for both decks. So really great if you're, you know, heading to a local card shop or something and you're going to play a few rounds, you want to try out multiple decks, this is a great thing to use. Aside from that, some of these Star Wars Unlimited specific branding. This is one of the Twin Suns deck boxes. They also make individual deck boxes, but I just liked this because, again, I could fit more things in there. So basically, you can put both of your leaders on either side. I just put the leader in the base in this case. And then when you open it up a little further, you can see one side is a little thicker than the other. So when you pull that open, that reveals the slot that holds all your tokens. So really like those for Star Wars branding. And then they also make some less expensive boxes that can hold decks. This might be, maybe this is Twin Suns. They also make this size of a box, and it'll hold your tokens as well. Like they've got a little box in there to hold all the tokens and then all your cards. So lots of different options, different price ranges. I'll link some of these below as well. Next, let's talk about Playmats. You can see my Playmat right here in front of us. This one I liked a lot. It's the first one I got. It's got Luke and Yoda with the X-Wing coming up into out of the water. So, you know, several of those, you can get them on Amazon. Not a ton of design options though. So if you were looking for some additional options, you could look at, I found a bunch on Etsy where people are taking art from different things and just applying it to game mats. So if you wanted some variety, you could check out Etsy, wait a little bit longer for shipping, and get some cool looking designs for your playmat. So as a bonus, there are lots of 3D printed things out there. So the sky's kind of the limit with what you could get. There are lots of decor and different items. My dad 3D prints things, so I've got several custom made things. He also sells things like bookmarks. So he has this Star Wars design for a bookmark. He's the one who made this. This is 3D printed as well. Just lots of cool decor options available. And he also makes random, you know, that's Star Trek, Halo, lots of fun stuff. So 3D printed options are many. So check out things like Etsy and find some good 3D printed stuff as well. One last set of things that you are going to need are deck protectors, sleeves, things like that. So you can see these different options from Game Genic that have some Star Wars Unlimited art. So lots of options for these. Check those out. Protect your deck. You can see that I've got some deck protectors on my deck, so they make some that look like this, but just allows you to keep playing your deck without using up your cards. And especially if you've got cards that hold some value, but you kind of want to flex and show them off. It's great to have deck sleeves, deck protectors. These are penny sleeves. You've likely heard of those, but what I really like about these in particular is that this is a size that fits the card precisely. And so basically it'll come right to the edge on every edge. And that allows it to fit really cleanly into a deck protector sleeve. That way, you know, it's not obvious that, oh, there's a good card coming up because he's got a sleeve on it, right? Or it looks different. So these are really great for when you plan to play your cards. And if you're just into Star Wars Unlimited because you really like to find chase cards, you will likely pick up something like this. These are called top loaders, and you will often maybe put something in a penny sleeve and then into a top loader. If you're going to get them graded, you'll get a different kind of top loader. It may not even be called that, but it's much larger, and it's got a little flange kind of at the top. You tuck the card down in, and then you send it off for grading. So lots of options available to you as far as sleeves go, but I definitely recommend putting your Star Wars Unlimited decks that you build into some sleeves. Makes it a lot of fun and keeps your deck protected. Well, those are some of my recommendations for some accessories, but if you've got some that you really love, please put those down in the comments. Would love to see what you're using. I always love buying new accessories, so let me know in the comments. And remember, as always, be good to yourself, and we'll see you in the next one.